Right? I've got to get back up to Lizelle. I mean, we call him Young Lex, but he's not young anymore. He's one of us now, But when I met him, the humility that he had and he carried himself with, it was like, wow, I wish I was able to be that way when I was that young, and the way he wanted to become better. He wanted to be around people that could help him become better. He didn't necessarily have to fit in with the crowd. He wanted to stick out in a good way. And it just made him have that energy to be always wanting to have him around, always willing to help, always willing to, sacrifice himself to help other people. And that's just a trait that most people don't have. And my favorite trait of all, that boy loved God. like on and on and on, So I've even learned some things from him when it comes to that aspect of my spirituality to just, continue to grow and get better. So thank you for being a part of the team, but let me be a part of your profit party for this evening, right? So let's give it up for our host just for having us here today and facilitating you guys. We're going to have a real quick conversation, and that's good when we have an intimate crowd, so we can have a conversation. That means I get to talk, we get to talk, we get to conversate, right? And at the end of our conversation, either one, we're going to see eye to eye, we're going to lock arms, we're going to bless a whole lot of people, we're going to make some money together. Or, at the very least, I'm going to give you some real good ideas on how you can just help yourself and your family do what you need to do. So that's a win-win situation either way, yep? Okay, awesome. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was actually born and raised right here in Atlanta, representing A-Town all the way through. And it was nothing that different about what I was taught and what everybody else was taught growing up. I was taught you want to be successful, you got to go to school, get good grades, and go to college. You go to college, get more good grades, and go out there and get that good job. And if you work that good job really, really hard, you're dedicated, show up early, you can grow up wealthy and successful. All right, is that what you guys heard growing up? Yeah. Yes. And that's what I did. After graduating from Tri-Cities High School, I attended Clark Atlanta University, got me a degree in business, and I went out and I got that good job. And would never complain about anything me and my wife have. I always say we're very blessed because we had food on the table. We had cars in the driveway, we had a roof over our head. So we're blessed. Because even in this country, the richest country in the world, some people don't even have that. But we did get to the point where the lifestyle had caught up with the income. And no matter how hard I worked, I found myself living check to check, or even living check behind the check. So that was the frustrating point, because I'd done all the things I was told to do. And lucky enough, or humbly enough, I was at a place where I was willing to get some better information, where people could share something with me that could help me become a little bit better, and I was open to listen, right? So we're going to have that exact same conversation. And one of the things that he shared with me was the fact that the formula that we're taught growing up is a formula designed to fail from the beginning. And if you're not familiar with that formula, it's called the 40-40-40 plan. That means we're expected to work 40 hours a week. We're expected to do that for 40 years. And then you retire on 40% of your income. That's the 40-40-40 plan. All right? Now, we got to think about this. If 100% of your income is not enough, how are we expected to survive off 40%? That's simple math, right? And that's actually the game plan that about 95% of the country is on right now. And we all know that plan doesn't work, because I'm sure all of us know people that work 30, 40, maybe even 50 years and retired, but still is dependent on family, friends, or the federal government for simple survival. We know people like that. Yes? Okay. And I'm bringing that to the point, that's not their fault, right? That's what's supposed to happen if they did everything 100% right. So what we're doing is taking a proactive approach and not a reactive approach. Because it's a few things that they go through, or that everyone has to overcome in order to become financially successful. So I have a worksheet that we can use to help remember our conversation, right? So take one and pass it around. Take one and pass it around. Everyone should get one. And we're going to have some things to write with. This is what I call an interactive document. Okay? So there are pens for everyone, because we want you to actually fill in the paperwork. This way, when you go home, the document's actually designed so we can have conversations with our kids so they understand finances a little bit better than we did, right? Because what most people don't understand is that the economy that we live in, we live in a capitalistic economy, right? That either means you're capitalizing or you're being capitalized on. But that's the economy we live in. So the biggest challenge, or the main reason that people don't have financial success, is there are 4 challenges that they have to overcome. So if you're looking at this document, and we're going to fill this document in, we call this our Profit Party worksheet, but this is MWR's financial countdown. So that very first top line is the countdown. Countdown to financial freedom. Right? Countdown to financial freedom. And there are 4 financial challenges that we have to overcome. So these are the 4 challenges that all of us have to overcome and we cannot get away from. Because no matter what we do for a living, whether we're teachers, doctors, lawyers, mechanics, Uber drivers, teachers, whatever it is, we all want to eventually become financially successful. We can do all different things in life and be successful different ways, but at the end of the day, financially, we want to have our money right. Who want their money right? Yes, yes. Okay. So if we don't overcome these 4 challenges, then there's no way to create that financial success. So the first challenge is a word called inflation. So that first box where it says number 1, write in inflation. We call that the silent income killer. The silent income killer. And all inflation is the cost of living increasing just a little bit every single day. Right? So every day it costs a little bit more just to live here. Right? And let's give you some examples. For example, when I was growing up, you can buy a can of Coke, 25 cents. Right? Now that same bottle is about $1.75. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think Coca-Cola got more efficient in making the Coke product or less efficient over the years? They got more efficient. So if they got more efficient, that means it cost them less to produce the product, correct? Why do they charge us more?
They make more money.
Because they can. They make more money. They can. That's what businesses do, right? When I used to go to the arcade, there was an arcade in Greenbrier Mall called the Tilt. Video game was 75 cents. No, it was 25 cents. One game, 25 cents. When it got expensive, it was 50 cents. Those are real good games, right? 50 cents play a game. Took my daughter up here to the little game room up here in Cobb Parkway. One game, $2.50. For one game, I'm like, $2.50. Because what I did was I went to go get a card. You got to put on a card now, right? And I was like, we're just going to be here about an hour. Just put $10 on that. They were like, $10? I was like, yes, let's put $10. You know, I come back and spend the rest of the room, you know. And I went to the game and swiped one time. It was like $2.50. Why do they charge $2.50? Do you think the games cost less to produce or cost more to produce? Less. But why do they charge us more? Because they can. Businesses dictate how much things cost. And they can go up in their prices whenever they choose to. For example, who in the room was familiar with Netflix? Right? Netflix used to cost about $7.95. Then it went to $9.95, right? No big deal. It was like, no big deal, $9.95. Then it went to $11.95. Like, you know what? No big deal. Now, how much is Netflix now? About what, $18? $20?
It's 11 per TV.
Per TV, right.
Per TV, yeah.
So again, why? Because they can. So if your income or your money doesn't grow as fast as the rate of inflation, you're going to always be working backwards. Okay? Challenge number 2 is the biggest expense that we all have to pay, which are taxes. Yes, taxes. Taxes takes 1/3 of your income. You lose 1/3 to taxes. And if you're not familiar with it, it's when you look at your check and you see the gross pay and you see the net pay. And who's ever been grossed out about the net? Right? Who had that realization on their first job, like, hey, man, hold on. Because I worked at the zoo. My first job was at the Atlanta Zoo. I got paid $10 an hour. That's good money for a 15-year-old. Mm-hmm. Real good money. I worked 40 hours. 10 times 40 is 400. Cha-ching, let's go. Payday, let's get it. I had about 158 reasons why I was mad all day. Like, man, who is FICA? I don't even know FICA. Right? Those are the taxes. I'm like, I'm a kid. I don't pay taxes. They're like, you do now. Didn't have a choice, right? So what we have to do is understand that's our largest expense. And we don't talk about tax evasion, but we do help people become tax efficient to keep more of that money in their pocket. All right? Challenge number 3 is a word called debt. Debt. That is the family curse. Debt is the family curse. And we call it a curse because a lot of people think debt's a sin. There's nothing in the Bible that says debt is a sin. You know, they say the borrower is slave to the lender. So that sounds bad enough. But they don't say it's a sin. And the reason it's not, because a sin you can't repent for. A curse is generational. So debt's generational. It can still be here when you long gone. So a lot of times we've been programmed that this is how we should live, right? So we don't just talk about minimizing debt. We talk about 100% eliminating debt. Just imagine if you ain't know nobody, nothing. How much easier is life right then, right? And then, of course, our last challenge is big business. Big business. That's the money trap. That's the money trap that everyone gets caught up in. It's so hard not to, because companies spend hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to figure out how to get more of your money, right? With marketing, with advertising, they have degrees to teach people how to subconsciously work to get more of your money. You get a marketing degree, an advertising degree, right? That's how big of a business that it is. And it's something that we can say we won't get caught up in, but we do. And it's every single month. It's almost like a part of our lifestyle. For example, we're in January, right? Just had New Year's, right? That's the big holiday in January is New Year's. In February, we got Valentine's Day. March, we got spring break. April, we got Easter. May, we got Mother's Day. June, we got Father's Day. July, we got 4th of July. August, we got back to school. May, we got Labor Day. October, we got Halloween. November, we got Thanksgiving, which is the actual holiday. Thanksgiving is the holiday. But corporate America created Black Friday. They created Brown Thursday, Cyber Monday. Whole weekend of number spending money. Then we got December, we got Christmas. Then we land right back in January. Every single month, right? Now, who celebrates at least half of those? You get a little something going on, at least half of them, be honest, right? That doesn't include birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, all the things that we celebrate, people. Now, when you get to know me, you're going to figure out very quickly I love to celebrate. I have a good time real quick, right? But what I don't think is that we should go into debt to show someone that we love them or that we're proud of them. So it's just how we're programmed to think that's what we have to do, all right? So those are the challenges that we have to overcome. There's 4 of them. We have 3 financial solutions. So the blank right there is your 3 financial solutions. And this is called income shifting. Income shifting. And all income shifting is, it's really simple. It's basically shifting your money back into your pocket. That's what income shifting is. Okay? And we do it 3 different ways because there's a process or a strategy to do this. This is the great thing about what we teach. Anyone can implement a strategy. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter your background, your educational level, whether you went to high school, whether you went to college, a doctorate degree. None of that matters. Anybody can implement what we teach with our membership. Now, a lot of people ask the time frame of how long it takes. I love to tell people this is not a get-rich-quick thing. Whatever situation that we're in did not happen today. It's something that's been over time. So it's not going to get fixed today. But you can have a strategy today where it can be fixed over the next year. Okay? So we call this the 369 transformation. So basically, the first thing we're going to do with our income shifting is going to help you with cash flow management. Cash flow management. And what I like to do is give people a good definition or a good understanding of cash flow. It's 2 kinds of cash flow. You got positive cash flow, you got negative cash flow. Positive cash, let me give you an example of negative cash flow, right? Give you a good example. Let's just say we all know a person earns $1 million a year. Can we agree that's a huge income? Yes. Because the challenge is people get income and cash flow confused. They think they're the same thing, and they're not. Income is measured in dollars, and cash flow is measured in time. So if you have a person who earns $1 million, we can say that's a huge income. But if their expenses are $2 million, they only have 6 months of cash flow. Did y'all follow me? Mm-hmm. Right? So that's a negative cash flow. Let's say we have a person that only earns $80,000 a year, but their expenses are $40,000. That means they have 2 years of cash flow because they can survive longer based on what they actually earn. Okay? Now we could be thinking to ourselves, you make $1 million a year and you spend $2 million, that's just irresponsible. You do know that's about 76% of the country lives like that, where they spend more than they actually make because we've been programmed that student loans are okay. We've been programmed car notes, mortgages, all that's okay, right? But again, that's still debt. So if you don't own it, it's not yours. You can pay, and I've been witness to this, you can pay on a house for 10 years. Guess whose house that is? That's the bank's house until you pay it off. Okay? So what we're going to do is help you with your cash flow, right? Now, the second thing we're going to do is help you generate business income. So we're going straight across right now. So business income. This is earning additional income above and beyond what you're currently doing right now. All right? And then last is the place we all have to get to, which is investment income. That is key to wealth. I learned very quickly that if you're not investing, you're not even on the road to creating wealth. Because we all heard this growing up. You should not work for money, but money should work for you. But no one has ever taken time to really teach us how to do it. They said it, but they didn't teach us how to do it, right? Okay, so let's jump back over here to cash flow. This is how we're going to help you with your cash flow. Because if you have a regular job, you have a W-2 that you get at the end of the year, you're taxed at the very highest tax bracket. You're taxed anywhere from 28% to 33%. 28 to 33%. That means, let's just say we know a person earns $100,000 a year, right? They're taxed at 30%. That means they pay $30,000 in taxes. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So, but if you have a job, that's what it is, right? You can't really, it's very difficult to change that, okay? And the reason it's that way is because the system is, I work, I'm taxed, then I spend. So you go to work, the government gets paid first, then they give you your check. That's how the system works, right? Now, if you have business income, you're taxed differently. And you're taxed differently because businesses are allowed to write off expenses. So a business is taxed anywhere from 18% to 23%. So we're going to say an average of about 20%. And the way that works is a business works, a business spends, then a business pays taxes. So what you have to do is put yourself in a position where you can write off things that you're doing right now anyway. Right? So when you get your membership with MWR, you're now also starting your MWR business where you're allowed to write off things you do right now anyway. Things, for example, who in the room has a cell phone, right? Okay, who in the room uses the internet? Who in the room watches TV? Who in the room has a light bill, gas bill, water bill? Feel like one-arm jumping jacks, right? All these bills we pay right now anyway, right? Because you have a home-based business, the government says you need a portion of your home to run your business. So a portion of that rent, a portion of that light bill, a portion of that water bill, even if you have a security system and you have a part of your house that's connected to your office that's security, is now all tax deductible. Only thing the government requires is that you do it the right way. We're going to teach you how to do that and that you track it. So with your membership, you get an app that you download to your phone to track all your expenses for you. Even miles you drive in your car can be tax deductible. Miles you drive to your job every day can be tax deductible. You just got to do it the right way. So we're going to teach you how to do that. And that adds up a lot. Okay? So basically, by having a home-based business, not only can you make more money, but you also get to write off your lifestyle. Keyword, lifestyle. Because those things we do right now anyway, yes or yes?
Yes.
Right? So I call that anyway money. We can get that anyway money back. Okay? Also, when you go to investing, they get taxed the very least. They're only taxed 15% or less. 15% or less. Now, and when investing, your money works, your money is reinvested, and your money makes more money. This is a good thing about having your money make money. It never complains. It never gets tired. The only thing money does, it works. Now, the question you have to ask is your money working for you or is it working for somebody else? Most likely, before I had this conversation, my money was working for somebody else. Okay? So, this is how we have to work through this because that one line, I'm going to tell you, that one line changed my life right there. It changed my whole perspective of making money because I figured out how to make money. I never knew how to create wealth. Making money, creating wealth, two different things, right? So when it comes to making money, let's just say, if we're using our example right here, just on the percentages on how this affects us. Let's just say I have a job and I earn $100,000 a year. Okay? That's a great income here in Atlanta. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Right? I'm taxed 30%. So that means I got to pay $30,000 to taxes. A lot of money. Okay? Now let's just say you have a business and your business generates $100,000. Because you have a business and the way the tax codes work, you only have to pay 20% in taxes. So I got to pay $30,000. She gets to pay $20,000. Both of us earn the exact same amount of money. Both of us can be in the same industry. Both of us can, get out there and hustle and make it happen. But I got to pay $10,000 more just because of the way I earn my money. Okay? Let's just say that you are an investor. Yes, you. You're an investor. So that means your money is making money. And you generated $100,000 from your money making money. You only had to pay 15%. Half of what I had to pay. Let's think about it. I had to get up out my house, go to work real hard. If they're gonna pay you $100,000, they're gonna work you $150. Okay? Right? Work me to death. I gotta sit in traffic, dark 30 on the way, dark 30 on the way back. Make good money, but I gotta pay $30,000 in taxes. Your money is making money. So that means you get to wake up at the crack of noon. You don't have to go into an office. You get to meditate in the morning and do your yoga and eat breakfast at home. Right? But you only had to pay $15,000. See, when I thought about it, I got upset. I was like, dude, that ain't fair. That ain't fair. I have to get out and go work for it, and I got to pay $30,000. The rich man get to sit at home because he already got his money making money. That ain't fair. This is my mentor said. He said, Chuck, well, it is fair because that's how you choose to make money. Anybody can invest. You just don't know how. He was absolutely right, but I learned that day. Right? Because what our objective is to shift from the working class through a business to get to the investing class. All right? That's the objective of income shifting. That way we have more of our money being made over here. And all the people that we know, that's really, really that we hear this wealthy, like Warren Buffett, what does he do? He invests. And he pays less percentage-wise in taxes than his secretary. Not less money, of course he pays more, but it's less percentage-wise. Okay? Everyone has done this, right? Let's think about Michael Jordan, right? Greatest basketball player ever. Greatest basketball player ever is Michael Jordan. Okay? Right? Now, at this point, somebody might beat him. But right now, that's the man. Okay? He made millions of dollars in the NBA. But he took that money and he invested it into businesses. He had a record label. He had his clothing line. He bought a basketball team. And with those investments now, his investments make him worth over $1.5 billion. Not because he played basketball better or harder or longer. He put his money to work, right? Another example, Jay-Z. Jay-Z made millions in the music industry. One of the greatest rappers ever. Right?
Say what?
He's one of the greatest rappers ever, right? Great rappers ever. But he took the millions that he made, he invested them into businesses, and now those investments have him worth over $1 billion. So they're giving us the game plan. They're telling us exactly how to do it. What most people think is, well, I don't have Michael Jordan money, so I can't do that. I don't have Jay-Z money, so I can't do that. Or when I get Jay-Z money, I will do that. No, you won't. Because if you can't manage $1,000, you're not going to be able to manage $100,000. So what we're doing is showing people at their level, where you are in life right now, how to move through this process of going from here to over here. Y'all want to hear the steps? Yep. Here we go. So what we're going to do in step number 1 under cash flow, we're going to help you minimize your taxes. Step 1. We're going to help you minimize your debt. And going to help you minimize expenses. And credit repair is going to be, or increase your credit score is part of our process. Increasing your credit. Okay? Now, how do you minimize taxes, Mr. Hardon? That's a great question. Well, what we do is that there's a way that you can actually minimize how much you're paying in taxes based on your W-4 form. You might not be familiar with this form, but it looks just like this. This is a W-4 form. And all this is is this tell your employer how much to pay in taxes on your behalf. Most people have this form filled out incorrectly, so they get more money taken out than they need to. So we simply partner you with experts that's going to walk you through adjusting your W-4 to make sure you get this money back in your paycheck next paycheck. So it can happen that quickly, right? Right after they send you the form, just W-4. And in my organization, I have people that got anywhere from an extra $200 per check to an extra $600 per check. Who thinks they can use anywhere between extra $200 to $600 coming in per check from what they're doing right now, right? Second thing we're going to do is minimize debt. Again, debt is one of the things that can linger on because you pay more money out based on your interest, right? Then we're going to minimize expenses. Those are what we do in order to minimize or to increase your cash flow. Again, you probably didn't earn any more money. You just have all of your money coming to you instead of sending it out to the government, right? Second thing we want to do is generate some business income. This is where it gets exciting, business income. Because in order to get the proper business write-offs, you do have to have a legitimate business, all right? MWR, which stands for Making Wealth Real, is a legitimate business. You're now partnership with MWR. And because you're in partnership, you now get the benefit of writing off the expenses that we talked about, but you also get the benefit of making more money. Now, we get paid about 10 different ways in MWR. So I'm not going to explain all 10, but I will tell you about the main 4, okay? First one is what we call a momentum bonus. The momentum bonus is anywhere from $150 up to $900. A one-time bonus of $150 up to $900. Oh, let me stop. I forgot a blank. How much does a membership cost? How much does it cost to have your membership? $228 gets your membership established. It gets your website set up. It gets you set up with the tax bot. It's going to track all your expenses. All that comes with that initial. And it's only $119 a month to maintain your business. So you pay $119 a month for the strategies, the software, access to everything we're going to tell you that comes with the membership. Okay? I like to tell people how much stuff costs because, well, I like to tell them how much they're going to invest. That's a better word. Because when you invest in something, you're expecting a return on that investment. Okay? So this is how it works. The first one is the momentum bonus. It's $150 to $900. Okay? After you identify 3 individuals that might need or benefit from the membership, your membership is now free. So that's going to be 3 for free. So your membership is now free once you find 3 people that would like to benefit or take advantage of the membership. All right? Once you have 12 people in your organization, if you choose to build an organization, 12 people equals a $600 a month guarantee. $600 a month. Now, who could use an extra $600 right now? Right? Okay? Because the company pays us what they call daily guarantees. The daily guarantee grows anywhere from $5 per day all the way up to $1,000 per day, based on the size of your organization. 500 to 1,000. Now, I like to be very realistic when I talk to people. Let's just say we get to the point where we found 3 individuals that say, I can use this membership and I want to take advantage of it. You're now earning $5 a day. $5 a day won't retire anybody in this room, but would it help?
Yes.
Yeah, right? That's just like you went outside and there was $5 sitting out by your car tomorrow morning. You went to your car. Wouldn't you pick it up?
Yes.
Yeah, if you came back the next morning, there was $5 in the same spot. Wouldn't you pick it up? How about 3 days in a row? Would you pick it up? How about 10 days in a row? Would you pick it up? How about by day number 12, you're going to go outside looking for that $5? Like, my $5 at? You know? Because it's $5. But $5 times 30 days is $150 a month of additional income. All right? Another bonus that we have is our luxury car bonus. Luxury car bonus anywhere from $500 up to $3,000. $500 the first tier. $1,250 is the next tier. $3,000 is the next tier. That's our luxury car bonus. Great thing is you don't have to buy a car with the bonus. It's your money. So who would like to have an extra $500 just to pay off the car they're driving right now? Don't need no new car. Just pay this one off. Right? And then we also have a presidential bonus, which is up to $100,000 per month. All of those are different bonuses. All of them are paid separately. But who could use all of them in their life right now? Okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how these grow when we get to the end of it. So I got to use my phone to get to my back office, right? Now, At the end, we have investment income. This is what we all want to get to. I always tell people this first strategy we can implement in 3 days. We're going to show you how to do that in 3 days. The second strategy is about 6 weeks in order for it to get it up and running. All right? The third strategy is about 9 months. 9 months to get to investment income. And again, you're not retired right here, but you're starting the process. Most people just need a little breathing room just so they can start to invest, because everyone knows they should. They just don't know how, or they don't feel like they have the money to do it. We're going to loosen up a little cash flow. We're going to help you generate additional income. Then we're going to use that to invest. All right? Now, if you use our income shifting strategy, what does it do for you? Those are the 3 financial solutions. These are the 2 objectives. Your 2 financial objectives in life. All of us have these. The first one is our current lifestyle is paid for by our labor. Meaning we have to go out there and work for it. We all got jobs. Yes, yes. Okay? And our future lifestyle is paid for by our investments. Because no matter how good we are at what we do, there will be a point in time that we will not be able to earn income. But there will never be a point in time that we don't need income. So you have to put things in place now to take care of your lifestyle then. Follow me? Okay? And we have the one company. There's going to be one. The one company is Making Wealth Real Financial. Making Wealth Real Financial. And they have a service, or their membership is called the Financial Edge Membership. Financial Edge Membership. All right? This is what comes with your membership. At the bottom of the page, the first part of the membership is called Money Max. Money Max, which is our tax minimization, where you ask the expert. That blank is the expert. You work with CPAs, you work with certified IRS professionals, people that understand all the tax codes, all the changes that happens every single year. And they're going to be the ones to help you walk through and adjust your W-4. They're going to be the ones that say they need all your information so they know exactly how to fill this out correctly so you can maximize the money that you already work for every single day. This is your money anyway. They're going to show you how to put it back in your pocket. Okay? That's going to be one of the strategies they're going to teach you. All right? The next one, we have Credit Max. Credit Max is our credit restoration program. We don't do credit repair. That's like putting a Band-Aid over a broken bone. Sometimes you need to restore, restock, make sure and just rebuild, right? So we're going to have our credit restoration program where, again, you upload your documents, all of your credit report information, and then they update you as they say, okay, we need to fix this, but we need to leave this. Because there's 5 things that affect your credit, 5 aspects that affect your credit. Most people just look at one. What do I need to get off my credit? You have to look at all 5, right? We got people in our organization, because we've just been with this company about 60 days, right? People in our organization already had their credit jump over 100 points in 60 days, right? Because you have an expert that's working on it for you. Because who can agree that you're already busy right now? Who can agree that you don't have time to necessarily try to figure out the laws that govern how creditors affect your credit? We don't have to. We hire the experts, and we allow them to do it. Part of our membership, okay? The third one is Equity Max. Equity Max is our debt elimination formulas and softwares. So you upload all of your debt, not just credit card debt. We want you to put in the car notes, the mortgages, the student loans, everything goes in there. And they're going to show you how to systematically pay that off and pay it off quicker. One of the strategies they use is called snowballing your debt. Anybody familiar with snowballing your debt? I think a guy named Dave Ramsey came up with the concept, right? Snowballing the debt, paying off a certain way to pay it off quicker. And not paying a 30-year mortgage off in 20 years. It's like paying everything off in 8 years, 12 years. Just got to follow the plan, okay? And then last we have Wealth Max. Wealth Max is what we use for our investing, where they show us different ways, different strategies that the wealthy people already use. Things like land banking. I never heard of that before. Private banking. Didn't know what that meant either. Right? IULs, right? All the ways that the wealthy are protecting and growing their money tax-free. That's going to be key. Protecting, growing it tax-free. And we learned that with working with the Wealth Max experts. You have to make a consultation. Schedule consultation. And the reason it has to be a consultation is because it's not a cookie cutter system. Everyone is not going to be doing the exact same thing. My definition of wealth might be different than yours. What I need for my financial success is going to be different from yours. What I need to overcome and get over are going to be different things that you have to overcome. But they have to know and talk directly with you. So we schedule a consultation and let the experts take care of it. Okay? So this is what MWR does. This is how they do it with the membership. All right? And I told you the membership is $228. Get started, $119 a month to maintain. All right? And let me show you guys exactly how our compensation plan works. I told you guys about 4 ways to get paid, correct? I'm going to show it to you. Hold on. Get my phone. I got people checking in. What's going on, you guys? I need my phone. Sorry about that. Peace up. A-Town down. Check with me later. Inbox me. Let me know.